Here I go, writing more music sheets of my painful joy as I'm searching for inner pieces of my mind, while trying to output my responses to my tardiness, providing more content to hold 'em over sublime. So every verse I put together to quote 'em like Bible verses and bite-sized quotes would be talked about from other people inside of verses, inside the arena of the outer perceptions, when the only verses I'm going up against with is myself. I don't need to be on any IG lives just to prove my catalog wealth. These grounded notes and theories. Speculation rises anyway. Gossipers are going to talk to instigate. But to those who go for the jugular, and guilty by association, from the gashes of that same one's reputation, when the disagreements are disagreements, and yet there's a drastic change in the weather. The sun has been overcast by the clouds, and the oncoming dark skies revealing dark sides in the light of day. From all of the online campaigns to the street rampage, instead of making examples for awareness reasons, it became a huge trend in the hunting seasons. LMAO, I've been tripping, I've been sipping, talking my bad for tripping on you. But who's the you in question? Is it in the general sense? Is it the direct face-to-face? Is it the you in youth for future generations? Or is it the self-audience that I'm really targeting, laughing cause I guess I'm out of sync? Since all I've been doing was holding on to my addiction as I'm slowly watching the screen, watching me ready to fall in the void, feeling like nothing can bring me down, so just beam me up, Scotty, as I'm drifting in this to process. Or bring the destruction into chaos with unlocked potential as I'm playing like I'm Denzel rapping as Super Saiyan, but at times calmly speaking on the taboo of the very mental states and also the current positions in the human condition. Trying to misdirect my written confidence to match the same energy in my spoken absence, just to strike that, reverse it. Like I'm performing magic tricks with the top hat and a cane to bow, with the bottom line so that everything will align, my candy-coated outer shell to protect my inner savory secrets. Being hollow is like saying that I don't know emotions. I don't really know the world. I don't know interactions. Because we've been given the left and the right, so the front and the back comes knocking. I'm trying to reach the middle, hoping to break through the labyrinth, battling the Minotaur entrance, which has been my itty-bitty living space as a manner of every self-portraits. Nate already had his mansion to vent his frustrations. And Tom McDonald has already been trademarking the finger-pointing at hypocrisies. Daniel embraces his multiple identities, finding the messages in his voice inflections, and Marcus sparks the wild antics towards bringing the truth about his ethics and skeptics. So what does that make me? The Black Messiah or Black Judas? That as much as I want to march with my people, I'm also putting my foot in my mouth. Knowing I've been a selected informant to save my own skin, am I soon getting crucified for speaking on mine? So when the soundtrack plays and the record says straight, at least from my sight, does that mean I ain't got no fair trial to state my case? Most importantly, to give my sentence for my sentence is cleared for final judgment. Because the vast crowd that want to play judge, jury, and executioners swear that they got a hold on everything and everyone. I ain't trying to get caught up in the airborne sickness. Well, besides the invisible enemy that's taken away thousands, I mean the atmosphere of wanting to please everybody. That ain't gonna happen. I'm ghosting you like Danny Fenton. Me trying to gnaw at the ops to even catch up with the trained. That ain't teaching me anything except they live. And all it takes is agendas to blend right in. My read on people with wide eyes, but narrow minds, are my shades to detect shade and illuminate the landscape of black and white views on how society migrates. I might as well just go Aaron Yeager to the point where pissed off is an understatement, with this being my tight enough paragraphs that even though deep down I still care, I'm still the fountain of my own scarce, trying to fill in the hole with nothing but momentary highs and desolation, that being disrupted by the lows of separation makes my bubble fold in on itself till the barrier breaks from my lack of focus. While focusing on the wrong things, making these questions that are thrown at me, I'm starting to question them as I'm questioning my sanity when we all could be questioning each other to begin questioning ourselves. This multiplying river of the continuous riddles, disoriented like I'm digit with the help of users with problem-solving skills trying to take out the hacker and reboot the system to restart the NCOM mainframe for useful data, the grid being the access channel like a digital canal in cyberspace, connected to all forms of info applied to the physical. When it's needed, I, along with others, can have in-depth discussions. So when I'm applying this knowledge to the best of my abilities, the end results can work out for the better of attachment, of not being looked at as a simple file, but a fully realized person. That's a great idea. And I'm still losing that grip on anchoring my most important priority. I have God. I have my poetry. But what about my family? It's like I'm loosely tethered to them, which is more than just concerns. I've brought this up previously, but I guess elaborating is my strength and weakness, ain't it? In order to accept it and have some thicker skin, I gotta confess it till I truly believe it and believe in it. Otherwise, I've gone in an interstellar vacuum, losing track of more time to make up for my past mistakes and current, being trapped within my lecture black hole of 4 dimensions, trying to come into contact with the fifth. That communication becomes the complex construct of the tesseract inception of ideas, planted through the prestige of illusions to draw out mementos inside the tenet mechanics. Instead of always walking around minefields of triggered, ticking time bombs from internal Dunkirk battles towards the shaking up of structures in these external wars, misplaced energy that the Dark Knight is the living embodiment of conflicted justice versus justification. Channeling the mind of Nolan while mixing in the psyche of Fincher, taking in the surreal visuals of Aronofsky, what could have been the setup for my adaptation of The Last Dance. Am I really trying to compare my winning streak to the iconic number 23? Nah. What I'm saying is this. I'm strapping on my boots, finding my direction to tread through. Sorry to bother you or anyone for that matter. But I'm interrupting this program to give you the form of Ryan's ancestral plane like it was a call to Bast. It's a stepping off point that death is not the end, with the black mamba mentality that playing ball isn't the only thing when branching out, but the ball you carry is your life. Dropping that represents the responsibility for the fight or flight sequence of each event that shows every one of those trials and tribulations. But it's about what's being done after the recaps to avoid relapse, counting the elapse of seconds to run victory laps.